that those, if I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do.
Yes, of course. But won't it be better to first allow the Fulani people coming into Nigeria to do national youth service first? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, the governor? Yeah? Huh?
As I said, a Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle.
We know that. We know that already. We know that already, Governor. Please, let's tell us something that we don't know. Governor Mohammed.
If that these forests are there anyway, if you don't occupy them and create a colony out of them, they create places for the criminals. And today, that's why you have the Sambisa forest, because it is not being utilized.
Aha! Now, those were the intelligent views of the great Governor Bala Mohammed a year ago. He and his friends just made it all happen. You know, they made sure that Fulanis from anywhere come into Nigeria, occupy the forest, and anywhere they could reach, any forest they could reach. They asked for it. Thank you, Bala Mohammed. Thank you, Megida. Thank you. We love the peace you have brought to Zamfara and to Kaduna and to Niger State and to Katsina State and to Ondo Forest, everywhere, and Enugu Forest, and Suka Forest. Thank you.
Why should federal government use resources for this country to accommodate Fulani men who are not Nigerians?
see, these TV people are always, they're asking so many useless questions. Anyway, let's watch the governor's answer.
See, as I said, we are already accommodating them. Do you delineate and then really know who is not a Fulani man from Nigeria? They are all Nigerians, because I said their identity, their own citizenship is Nigerian.
Yawa! I didn't know that. I did not know that. You see, that explains the mystery of our population figures from the north. This fluid kind of thing, you know? Now, for those still baffled by the genius of Governor Bala Mohammed, it may be important to remember this. On leaving office as Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, billions of naira cash was found in a vehicle that Bala Mohammed owned. Oh yes, his son came out and claimed the money. It's mine. Leave my daddy out of it. It's mine. And everybody said, oh, okay, you're my young man, you know, sure. Soon after, in 2016, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, arrested then he wasn't a governor, Bala Mohammed, for financial crimes worth over 1.3 trillion naira. Yes, you had me right, 1.3 trillion naira. In Jonathan's naira, not this useless Buhari's naira, no, Jonathan's naira. The allegations against Bala Mohammed included land racketeering in Abuja and his role in a $2 billion arms deal. Yes, you had me, 2 billion. Bala Mohammed, with billions and billions of naira in his pocket, just pushing, coming out from his pockets and everywhere he goes, and facing EFCC trial, ran for governor of Bauchi State in 2019 and won. Yeah, he won the Nigerian way. He won. In 2020, his hands were again caught in the cookie jar when Governor Bala Mohammed awarded a contract worth 3.6 billion to his own company. Of course. Old habits don't die that fast. You know, they don't die that fast. So you can understand why recently Governor Bala Mohammed gave Nigerians a lecture on why Fulani herdsmen must carry AK-47. Watch.
Cattle rustlers who carry guns, kill him and take away his commonwealth, that is the cows. He had no option but to carry AK-47 because the society and the government are not protecting him.
Bam! You see, the Edo man kidnapped by terrorist Fulani herdsmen in the forest in Edo. The Ondo man kidnapped by the terrorist Fulani herdsmen in the forest in Ondo should also have no option but to carry AK-47. Can Governor Bala Mohammed come out and support that? After all, cattle rustlers go after the cattle, but terrorist Fulani herdsmen in the forest, they go after the lives of people, that they kidnapped. Unless cattle are more important than men. I suspected that. I was just suspecting it.
Nobody owns any forest. The forest is owned by Nigeria.
Why is it they don't teach us this in school? I'm just saying, nobody owns the forest in Nigeria. Nobody owns any water in Nigeria. Any waterway, nobody owns it. Nobody owns any air. Nobody owns any market in Nigeria. Nobody owns any woman in Nigeria. Oops.
Nobody had the freedom of matriculations or speaking anyhow. Anybody can speak anyhow, but we are exercising restraint.
Yeah, anybody can speak anyhow. He said, I think it's a woman. She said to, our first story is from the UK, from London. UK's Rwanda asylum plan, ungodly, raises ethical questions, says the Archbishop of Canterbury. Poor Archbishop, you feel sorry for people like that. The policy. The policy is that if you come to the UK now, they move you straight to Africa. You stay there until your asylum paper is filed and approved. Then you can come to the UK. If it's not approved, you stay in Africa. Can you believe that? Now, to which the UK Home Secretary responded, he said, I think it's a woman. She said to the critics of that policy, like the Archbishop, she said that they have no solutions. You can't just be criticizing when you don't have any solution. It sounded like the kind of thing that we hear from Femi Adesina out of Nigeria, these days. That's the kind of thing. Anyway, I wish them luck. If you want to go to Rwanda, go to Britain first. Then you end up in Rwanda. Anyway, next. This is unbelievable. It will be betrayal and injustice to Nigeria if I don't contest the presidency, says the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. I said this exactly the same thing to Mahmoud Oka the other day. That it will be a betrayal and injustice if I do not marry a second wife. I've been sleeping in the doghouse ever since. Can you imagine that? He just turned it upside down. It's our problem now. He's doing us service, doing us favor to run for president. It will be a betrayal and injustice to us if he don't. Where do these people come from? Who met with you and told you you are betraying us? If you go home and retire, we will come and see you in their village in Ikene. Nonsense. Next, female TikTok star jailed for 3 years in Egypt. Yeah. Now the woman was jailed, was charged for human trafficking after inviting women to earn money by making videos. and you think that Lai Mohammed is a terrible person. It could be worse. There are worse people. There are countries that are worse than Nigeria. I'm telling you. Can you imagine that? Invite people to make money through YouTube videos and you are charged for trafficking. Unbelievable. Africa, my Africa. Africa of proud warriors. Next. This is from the upcoming election in Nigeria. 2023 presidency. Group roots for Buratai. You remember the guy, the former army chief? Yeah. They want him to be the president. That's it. The snakes will take over that country. I told you. The man has a snake farm. Is he not the one that has a snake farm? Yeah. He's coming to be president of Nigeria. Can you imagine that? Next. Governor El Rufai talks too much. Reveals security plans to bandits, says the National Security Advisor. This is not just regular people talking nonsense. This is a whole National Security Advisor. I'm like, get out of here, man. El Rufai talks too much. When did that start? And then he reveals security plans to bandits. Who could have predicted that? Who could have predicted that? Didn't they say he's one of the sponsors? It's not coming out of my mouth. No, I'm not saying that. Next. Oh, this is where this will give you an idea of where we are and why we are where we were. Zamfara State sent 97 clerics to Hajj to pray against banditry. Is that not the governor that it's the same state now that spent billions of naira buying luxury cars for traditional rulers? What could go wrong? Of course, they are going to pray. Instead of doing something about it, they are going to Saudi Arabia to pray. While they're there, they would stone the devil. I mean, Africa. Today, former President Goodluck Jonathan is one step closer to joining the race for the 2023 presidency of Nigeria. Yeah. Watch him.
Yes, we are calling me to come and declare for the next election. I cannot tell you I'm declaring. The political process is ongoing. Just watch out.
Oh God, could it be possible? God, could it be possible? I bet you, that will be the resurrection of my career. Yes, if Jonathan is back, both of them are the same. If Jonathan is back, you can be sure that I am back. I will be back.
Sir, I'll go and tell the media that you're having a meeting on the sideline and that's why you didn't show up for your meet.
Hey, that is not correct. You know it is not correct. I know it is not correct. That is not correct. That is not correct. That is not correct. When he comes back, I will be back. All right, when we come back, we will take stock of where we are and why we are not just why we are where we. You know what? Bring the vice president.
That's why we're working where we're. That's why we're here today.
Description of a failed state. When a country, when a government, when a system is no longer in control of its territory. Is Nigeria in control of its territory? No. When a system is no longer in control of its economy, is Nigeria in control of its economy? No. And the reason is simple. When Adebanjo was talking about Nigeria when it was good, he was talking about the West kept cocoa money, the East kept palm oil money, the North kept granite oil. That is, we are talking about when Nigeria was producing. Today, what Nigeria is doing is sharing. All I want to do is stop sharing and start production. All we need to do is to put people out of poverty. The development is hinged on three simple things.
Thank you.
HDI. You cannot have a country where you are 168 over 160 something in terms of human development index, and you cannot have a country where you're 162 out of 157 in human capital and you think you're developing. Let's do the right thing. We invest education, we pull people out of poverty. 100 million people living in poverty, you're going to have crisis. And that is the crisis we face today. I'm a wealth creator. And I know what it means to create wealth. And I've done it And I can say I've traveled 31 countries of the world and know that you cannot have 55% unemployment with 70% of your youth not knowing where the next meal will come from, and you think you have peace. No, we need to invest in those youths. That's what is happening in China, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, everywhere in the world.
The next president,
The youth of this country are very talented, and I want to invest in them. The opportunity is to allow me to move the country from consumption to production. God bless you.
àti okun lára àti ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ làákàyè bisimilahi Allahu akbar bisimilahi Allahu akbar bisimilahi Allahu akbar bisimilahi Allahu akbar walillahi alhamdu subhanallah alhamdulillah إلا الله لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر.
All right, it's Saturday, the 30th of April, 2022. Welcome to another episode of Have Your Say 247. This is when we give you opportunity to talk about all the issues in the news across Nigeria and Africa. Today is Saturday, and as usual, we are focusing on politics. Where did you see your political, favorite political candidates, presidential candidates? Where were they this week? We want to have that conversation. We have played some videos. We saw Tinubu was in Mecca, where he went for Lesser Hajj, and they prayed for him to be president. We saw Peter Obi traveling across the country. He visited Sokoto, where he met with the Bishop Kuka, and they went out on the streets, and this is what happened. Let's look at that video. All right. So it's heating up. The political atmosphere in Nigeria is heating up, especially at the presidential level. So we want to hear from you. Join us and let's talk about what's going on across the country. This month, we are entering a new month, I think tomorrow or next tomorrow, when we are going to see the parties pick their candidates for we don't have a say, unless you're a delegate, we don't have a say in who becomes the candidate of these political parties. But I think that our voices, if they're heard, they might influence what the parties do. We are looking at several parties trying to look at zoning, whether they should zone the presidency to a part of the country, whether it's the north or the south, and there are people who are resisting. So all these things are going on, and we want to have that conversation. A lot of people have insights. Sometimes we get people on this show that we are surprised, how much they know about what's going on. Already I have some of our people. Now, let me say, if you want to watch us, just go on Facebook, or you go on Twitter, or you go on YouTube. Dr. Damages, you can see, you can watch the show. If you want to participate, then join us, come into the studio, and you can join us. Let me share the link for those who want to join us. Already, I've seen some people in the studio, so I'll bring them up so we can start a conversation. Again, if you don't want to be seen and to have that conversation live, leave the studio so that we have room we can only take 10 people, have room for people who want to appear and to participate. Thank you so much. All right. John Abba, welcome to the show. Are you driving?
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll be parking in a minute. But you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Dr. Damages. How are you?
Good, good, good. I know you are in Texas, Dallas.
Yes, I'm in Dallas Metroplex.
Okay. So, it's been a week, an interesting week in politics. This is a critical month. We're entering a very critical month in terms of who will eventually become the president of Nigeria. One of the candidates that the parties will pick will end up being the president next year. Did you see anything this week that was of interest to you?
Just like you said earlier, Tinubu in Mecca and Peter Obi in Sokoto. It's interesting that our people are always seeking how to move our country forward by visiting other country or other state instead of appealing to the whole Nigerians or debate or have a debate where they can tell us what they are up to. But I have my prediction of who will become the president. So as the program goes, we will see and we'll take it from there. But like I said in the other episode, the cabals of Nigeria know who will become the next president, and it's not. I'm not discouraging anybody from having their voter's card. It's a way to go in 21st century, but it is what it is.
All right. I will let you drive and go to somewhere and park, and then we can bring you back.
Yeah, I'll be in the next 1 minute. You can switch to somebody else. In the next 1
Okay.
minute, I'll be pulling up.
All right. Thank you. Patrick, welcome to the show. Sorry, hold on. I think you are muted. Okay, Patrick, welcome to the show.
Mr. Rudolph, good afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Where are you joining us?
I'm from Equatorial Gary.
Wow,
Malabo, precisely.
Wow. So what are you doing there?
I'm a pharmacist.
Okay, very good. So we have a long history with that country. Maybe when we have time, we can get to that. I really want to know how you live there and how things are going. But are you following the political situation in Nigeria?
Yeah, sure. That's why I tune in.
Okay. So what did you see this week? What do you think is going on?
Believe you me, my brother, the rigmarole of they say the PDP and APC, they are trying to zone them, or they are the Igbo elite to say they are canvassing for Igbo presidency, for Igbo presidency this time around. But we the Igbos, we are our problem of ourselves, because I saw a video where the governor of Abia State, the SLA Okeze Bazo, supporting Amaichi. So I found it so disturbing. Igbos, they are needed from East, that they can come together to bring one person that will go for this position. In ourselves, we are still divided. I can't just understand it. So it's that they use it dead on arrival, because inside them there is no unity. You see? So that's what it baffles me a lot. That the Igbos, they cannot unite one single thing. Well, see the Yoruba, see the way. Okay, I saw a video of
Patrick, I wanted to say that in the Southwest, they don't have a single candidate too. They have Winnable, they have Australia, they have Fayemi may soon join, and so it's not only in the East.
They don't need it as much as we did. Yeah, they have done their own. They don't need the more as much as we the East needed it. Because I think that what will at least be trying to unite the Nigerians.
All right, Patrick, hold off. Okay, we'll come back to you. Let's go to Vin. Vin is joining us from Ghana. Vin, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages. I'm very, very grateful to be here. Good afternoon from Ghana to all our viewers and you too.
So it's been a week since we last spoke, and a week in politics, no matter where you are, whether it's in Ghana or Africa or in America, is a lot. What have you noticed this last week?
I look at the system of politicking in Nigeria, and I shudder to hit myself in the head. And what kind of politics is are Nigerians practicing? I was in Nigeria for many years. I was in active service for 18 years, and when I look, I have never seen any time Nigeria has ever, made significant improvement in the system of politicking, campaigneering, the campaign, and whatever you can call it. It just, appointing people that are not really qualified, that have nothing, to offer in order to make that country, great. When you ask me, I will look at Peter Obi, because Peter Obi, when I listen to Peter Obi, to be frank with you, if it is Nigeria is a same climb where merit prevail over mediocrity, I don't think if there is anybody that stand a chance, to get closer to Peter Obi. Because when you look at what this man is reading out and what he has done before, what will make Igbo people not to rally around? Asina mmanesino no marama phone. What will make the Igbo people, the rest of them that are gone in for this, what will make them not to support him? Even if the Yorubas are, look, let me tell you the secret that is going on, because for most of us that have lived in the north and have witnessed the politics the north, the north play, they will keep dividing you. If you look at the southwest, is the battle there between Osibanjo and Tinubu? They are already divided. When you come to the south, let me just say generally, eastern part of Nigeria, you have Wike and the rest of them. I think about 5 of them from the southeast, gunning for it. Why do you do that to yourself? Why can't you come up, do the same thing the 17 governors did? The 17 southern governor did the other time, that really created serious thinking into this, caliphate, or the Kaaba, what we call the Kaabas. But as long as the South continue to play the kind of politics they are playing, my brother, the Kaabas will dictate. They have thrown the bones to them, and all of them has gone out there to begin to fight over the bones. Some will die, some will hurt, some hands will be broken, legs will be broken, and there will be survivors. And these survivors will not be enough to counter that divide and rule system. They call it Takia. That is what it is. I do not know a nation or a group of people that cannot learn from history. I will continue to say are doomed. And that is what is happening to the old southern Nigeria. They do not know how to play politics. There might be brilliant people there. There might be great people there, but they don't know how to play politics. When they divide you, look at the north, the system they play. They will come out and begin to talk. So many of them will talk, but when they go home, they speak in one voice. But we Our people, my mother's people, and the rest of them will sit down there and begin to criticize themselves. They will fight from their inner bedroom to the main road, and your enemies will be there looking at you, criticizing yourself all over the social media, telling this one how he's qualified and how he's not qualified. Is that what you're supposed to do if you want to take power from this caliphate? If you continue like that, you won't get it.
All right.
That's my take, sir.
We'll come back to you, Vin. Mohammed is joining us. Mohammed, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Are you in Bauchi or somewhere else? I know you're in front.
No, I'm in Bauchi at the moment.
Okay, good. So, so what are you seeing? What are you hearing from Bauchi about the political situation in Nigeria?
Okay, like I said the last time I joined this forum, I told you they are more beaten now than ever before. You know, they all gang up to insult Goodluck Jonathan, and today Goodluck Jonathan seems to be a god in place of where Buhari is, and it's rather unfortunate. They're actually feeling the heat more. You know, they have more liability than us. They have multiple children, multiple wives, and it's actually not easy for them right now. And unfortunately, like the last speaker just said, the politics of our own still bears within them. They would rather prefer a goat that is their own than any other person. It's still unfortunate, actually.
All right.
But the dust is not settled yet.
Of course. We have a long way to go. But stand by. I'll come back to you. Yakubu, another Yakubu. Yakubu is joining us. Yakubu, welcome to the show. Yakubu, can you hear me? Okay. Yakubu, can you hear us? All right. Yakubu is having problem. When he gets back, we'll get him to air his view. So let me come back to you, Patrick. I know this is a little bit off the topic.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So how?
I can't get you.
It's like Dr. Damages is frozen.
It's freeze.
It seems you're offline.
He's frozen, so I don't think probably he will refresh and come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
So Equatorial Guinea. So I know that there are Nigerians there, and how do you watching Nigeria from there? How is that place different from Nigeria? The politics in Equatorial Guinea, how is it different from Nigeria?
You know, the politics of Equatorial Guinea is within them. We strangers, we don't meddle or you don't talk about politics here. That is their law. As a stranger, you don't talk about politics. Just mind your business. You understand?
Yeah.
And as all of us know, their president has been in that seat for more than 30-something years. Okay. Yeah.
So are there many Nigerians? Are there many Nigerians there?
Yes. Yeah. There are many Nigerians here, but you cannot not to compare to Europe or England or America, no, or even Cameroon. You cannot compare. So it's a small island. You understand? Yeah, it's a small island. Even the citizens here is about 2 million population. The indigenous about 2 million people.
2 million. Okay.
So that's how it is. So we don't.
So you don't get involved in their
politics here. That's it. That's how they put it.
Okay. But the Nigerian politicians, do they come there?
No. You don't.
No. I mean, Nigerian politicians, do they visit there?
Yes. Yeah, we have an embassy. The embassy is here. Nigerian what?
Okay. Embassy. You have an embassy there in Equatorial Guinea.
You see,
Nigeria has an embassy?
Yes, our Nigerian embassy is here.
So how is the embassy performing?
Yes.
How are they performing? Do they service?
Well, they are doing. They are doing, because even yesterday we went to the embassy to visit the new ambassador and the new consul that was sent here. So I, as a secretary of the union which I belong to, so we went there to say welcome to Equatorial Guinea. So they are doing what they can do. They can't do it because it is not their country.
Do they have
You
passport
understand?
booklets? Do they have passport booklets at the embassy there in Equatorial Guinea?
No. Just
So
my passport expired, but the new ambassador, out of his kindness, we that person has been expired for some years. So we have the opportunity. He help us to renew our passport. So we went and submitted our passport at the embassy. He took them to Nigeria, to Abuja, and it was renewed. And he brought them back. Now I have my new passport.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right. I was trying to get the other Yakubu to join us. All right.
Okay.
So let's hold on. Okay. Let me come back to you, Yakubu Mohammed in Bauchi. So I know you're a Muslim, and
Yes.
Tinubu went to Mecca last week. Can you explain to us what we don't understand about the need to go to Mecca and for them to pray for him there to win election in Nigeria?
Well, I want to start by saying that was a show of shame. As a matter of fact, when I saw it yesterday, I almost weep for the show they put up in Mecca. It doesn't have to go anywhere to go and pray any special prayer, because what we can all see that is visible to us is that man is having some sort of dementia problem. Because if you look at the few speech he made publicly, you can see he was not in touch with reality. He's losing his points. And what he did yesterday was, for me, personally, this is my personal opinion, is very un-Islamic. Because that place is supposed to be a place you go and atone for your sins, not to go and put up a political show. For me, it's a show of shame.
All right. Thank you so much. We are going to continue to talk about these things from different angles. But let me bring in Paul. Paul, welcome to the show. Paul, can you hear me? Welcome to the show. Paul, you may have to unmute yourself. I think you are muted, not from this end.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. So I don't think you were with us last Saturday when we talked about politics. I know you were with us on Wednesday, but you've been watching, I guess. Most Nigerians are watching the political environment. What have you seen in the last 1 week? Paul, can you hear me? Paul?
Yeah, I think everything is there. Things are just changing drastically. Oh, please, 1 second. Let me come back. I'm getting a feedback.
Okay, all right.
Let me move to the other one.
Okay, all right, good. So, Vin, let me come back to you. The idea that this is a primary season, we are not yet, so to say, and the parties are going to make. We had that the PDP they vetted, they had a screening of 17 candidates, and they dropped 2. We don't know yet the 2 candidates they dropped. APC, they are still undecided in terms of whether to do zoning or whether to select or to have delegates. Basically, the candidates are meeting delegates and trying to convince them to vote. And we've seen what happened when Amechi went to several parts of the country, and the reaction of people. So looking at this, the structure they are putting in place to pick a candidate, what do you think is actually going on? Is there any ulterior motive? Is there what's going on in the structure these parties are putting in place as a way to elect a candidate?
Thank you, Dr. Dame. The PDP, first. You see, it's a pity that I don't just like, the modus operandi of these political parties, the 2 of them. I don't like them at all. Because, you see, it is the people that speak. People speak. not delegates, people, the owners of the party that is presenting these candidates for presidency are the people. When you alienate the people from the structure of this political party, then what you are doing there is just mere selection and appointment. That's what that's what they are doing, and that is why these people, once they are elected, are not accountable to any goddamn person in that country. They do what they want to do. If Nigeria cannot get it from this party, from electing those that the people want, not the people, that clique, that demonic clique that is holding everybody and will later transfer themselves to the highest post on the land. If they don't get that place, well, everything is in shambles. So I am not surprised with the political gymnastic that is going on. I heard Wike the other day, spoke that he is not going to step down for anybody, and I will even, as I say, okay, when let me emphasize more on PDP, because APC, I don't want to, I have to, beg your pardon, I don't want to go there because they are not a party that I can speak to because of their series, the series of lies, failed promises that they promised Nigeria. I don't just want to go into them. But for PDP, I am looking at the system, the delegates that are going to, vote for these people that they are being screened into, contesting. How are they going to? How are they going to come? The Southeast, are they going to come in various states, in various constituencies? Is that how it is going to be done? Because if that is how it is going to be done, then I do not think that anybody from the South will be able to scale through to beat an opponent from the North if it is thrown open. Because you are talking of numerical values now. And that is where I have problem with the system, that is the Constitution of Nigeria. Because the Constitution of Nigeria does not provide plain level field for everybody to operate. I always say this, it's a pity that I was in active service as a military officer when this constitution was given to, was given to OBJ. I expected, when we read most of the things that were going on that time, I don't have the power to even make any changes because the generals you see there are on top. But for us, we are just, at the lower cadre of the, of the military hierarchy. So you have no say. That is the problem. If you cannot get that foundation very well and you create loopholes for, for cheat and to encourage imbalance, injustice on the land, my brother, the parties, no matter how they do it, I describe it as that process as, a tomb that is so much decorated with Italian marbles in the surface, and inside is a rotten carcass that is there.
All right. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you so much. I want to announce that for those who want to join us, when you come into the studio, turn on your camera so that I will know that you want to be, want to participate. But if you don't want to join us, you can watch on YouTube or you can watch on Facebook or Twitter. So let me bring in new voices. We have Omar and we have Yakubu. Omar, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm quite young, so my knowledge on politics isn't that broad, but I'll just like to listen.
Okay, you want to listen in. But let me ask, where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Balola University, Ekiti State, Nigeria.
Ekiti State, okay. Oh, you are a private school, so you're on. The school is on.
Yeah, I'm still on.
Okay. So are you saying that you are not paying attention to the political situation?
I am.
What did you say? What did you see recently? We want to hear from young people. We want to hear from young people like you. Whatever is happening, we have it.
I'm not really here, but I think I can see the network keep breaking. I'm not sure left for my mind. But let me just make my contribution and perhaps then I'll go back and join and
who is speaking? Who is speaking? Is that Yakubu?
First and foremost, my name is Dr. Yakubu Momokani from Kogi State, and I am in Sabrina.
Yakubu, hold on, okay? Yakubu, hold on. I'll have to get you up, and then we hear from you. Let me hear from Omar before he goes. He wants to run away, but he's a young person, and I think we need to hear from young people like him. This is they are the people that we are fighting. All this fight about Nigeria is about them. Omar, so tell me, what have you seen this week, or are you not paying attention in the political situation in the country?
I am paying attention, but I'll say I'm not paying enough attention, but I am paying attention.
Okay.
For us,
who do you want to be president? What do you want from your presidents?
I want a president that is strong. For us to experience the kind of change we need, you have to have it tough before the good times can come. So I want someone who is very strong, who can take on the challenges, because we are going to get resistance. He's going to get resistance, whoever that is going to take over, and we need someone that can handle that pressure. So that's what I feel. The only person I see with that kind of energy is Wiki, but still there's still a lot of things going on the ground that we don't know about. So, but the only person I'm getting that energy from is Wiki.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I really wanted to hear your voice because it's very important. We know what young people like you are thinking about. Okay.
All right, I'll be here.
All right, thanks. Okay. Okay, let me go to Yakubu. Yakubu, not Mohammed. Yakubu. Yakubu, we're still having problem with your audio. Sorry. Can you log off and log in again, and let's see who will be better. We want to hear from you, Yakubu. Okay, so Paul, I know that you are in Arizona. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. So it's been a week in politics. What did you see? What any surprises? What do you think is going on?
Well, Nigerian politics surprise us every day because it's not from what you and I know very well. It's not anywhere close to politics, but they just call it politics. It's just like the way we pride ourselves so much in that part of the world. We have kids, we give them names that have good meaning. You understand? The way all pride ourselves living in America. Oh, our parents torture us so much, and I live in an area where some of us turn out to be very good, some of us turn out to be very bad. But I can confidently tell you that every of our parents are so super disciplined, which I strongly believe that Buhari today, his parents were so disciplined, to Jonathan, to Wike and the likes. But these things don't matter. Whenever you don't have the goodwill to do the right thing, you can't really achieve much. I think the politics today in Nigeria, it can be so painful in the sense that even though the right man who really have the best things to offer can't really offer more. Why I said so, if you have, for example, you can offer 5-point agenda and you have what it takes to achieve this 5-point agenda, the system will slow you down. That if you're lucky enough, you might just achieve one. That's how bad it is, because one man can be very, very difficult to achieve some of this plan. And the Nigerian system, we so much lay emphasis of between the North and the South. And to some extent, like the South, to some extent, they already accept defeat before the fight starts, believing that I cannot achieve anything without the North. And the North, they bring tradition, they bring culture, they bring religion into politics. These things will never work. I live in the state, I live in Arizona.
So that is when they don't get
okay. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. It's say Yakubu. Yakubu, you have to turn off reduce the volume of your computer or your phone because we're getting echo. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
Okay, so I live in Arizona. The governor of my state is a businessman, and we see what he can bring to the table as a businessman. They build new roads, they build everything. Arizona is the 48th state in America, is the 6th largest state in America. It's under 25% developed, but they have the fifth largest city in America called Phoenix, Arizona. This governor is expanding the state, is doing everything. That shows that a businessman become a governor. That does not make him perfect when it comes to politics. But when it comes to, say, achievement, we are seeing the achievement. We see new roads. We see extensions everywhere. We see the way they are building this place. They are bringing businesses. We are taking advantage of everything that is happening in California. Everybody knows California is very rich. California is very expensive. And we are doing everything within our reach to take the advantage from California to Arizona. What Ogun State tried to do with Lagos. But in Nigeria, we just play politics. We just enjoy politics because it's a beer parlor thing. We just talk politics in beer parlor. We just talk politics because it's my neighbor. It's we argue it in workplace. We argue it at church. We argue it in marketplace and every other thing. But we are not thinking what we stand to achieve when it comes to politics. For example, maybe I want to make mention of a little bit name. Nigerians today in the South, we all celebrate Peter Obi tremendously. I watched Peter Obi in channels when they show Peter Obi 3 or 4 of his wristwatch. But this man keep telling us that he have only one wristwatch. You have this wristwatch. Oh, it's my son that gave it to me on my birthday. Do you understand what is gift if you check our dictionary? If you give me a gift, automatically that becomes my property. I cannot say I have one wristwatch when I already have 2. And if my wife give me again in my birthday, I have 3 wristwatches. You don't say you have one wristwatch. You grow your state so much that your state from number 11 to number 1 when it comes to children that the highest that finish secondary school, WAEC, they have the best result in WAEC, they have the best result in JAM and every other thing. But guess what? Did they build new universities? Are you sending all these kids to make sure that they did well? And these kids, to some extent, they did well and they graduate, but there's no university to go. Where do you want them to go? Oh, to go to Ekiti State or to go to Kogi State, to go to universities? These are the questions we're asking. He did not build one new university, not one new hospital. All you see, they say they renovate. I travel Lagos Benin Road every day that we travel. We see construction going on, so which means every politician is working. But did any one of them be able to achieve new road? Nothing. So we're just playing this dirty politics.
All right, thank you, Paul. Let's actually discuss it. There's something you raised that I think I want to hear from people. There's a kind of a feeling that we should go away from people who have been in politics all their lives. That's all they know, politics. We want to go into people to try people who tried business, who ran something, who ran businesses. Well, let me bring in Kayode. Kayode, welcome to the show. Kayode, can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice joining great Nigerians on the show this afternoon, or this morning, rather.
Okay. Kayode, tell us where you're joining us from.
Well, I'm joining you live from the United States of America.
Yeah, but you sound like you are. You sound like you are in Equatorial Guinea. What's wrong with your line?
I will still connect on my laptop. I'm just trying to listen on the phone.
Okay. All right. When you get a better line, we'll bring you in. Okay. All right. So, Yakubu, I know you're a businessman, and what do you think about this idea of going away from career politicians, who've been in politics most of their adult lives, and try someone who has done maybe run something, who will know how to run a country?
You know my stand on choice of candidates since 2019. Personally, I cannot stand on the queue to vote either APC or PDP. There is no candidate in those parties for me to vote. I have only one candidate, and that is Shore. I don't know whether I'm permitted to to make my choice public in this platform.
Oh yeah, you can do anything you like. This is your show. Have your say.
My candidate is sure, and the reason has always been for we to correct the mess that is going on in this country, we need somebody without the baggages. And what I mean by that is that I give an example. With all the so-called anti-corruption fights that Buhari campaigned with, we saw all through his tenure so far, or thus far, we've been almost 7 years now, Tinubu has not been probed. Only the bullion van scandal alone is enough to bring Tinubu to EFCC. But as we speak now, he has not been invited. He has not been probed. How can he be probed if Tinubu have supported him that much in 2015? So we need a neutral politician who does not have baggages, who does not have any affiliation, who doesn't have any affiliation with the current system. That way, we'll be bold enough to probe whoever go out of the line. And like the other speaker said, the man who is speaking from Texas or so, who said politics is business, who said the governor is a businessman. Politics is actually business. And if you see the way the country is being run right now, you will know that the people who are running this country got no brain. For instance, I'll give you an example. I work with DHL. And DHL is the official post office of NIPOST. In 2021, DHL made 40 billion from Nigeria. Can we check or Google what was NIPOST revenue in 2021? I repeat again, DHL is the official post office of Germany. It's Dutch port worthiness. So now, if this country is not run as business, there is no way we can move forward. I'll give you another example again. I'm into LPG. Nigeria has one of the highest deposits of gas. But today we are importing gas from Zaire. We are importing gas from, because of the crisis in Ukraine and Russia, the LPG price, cooking gas, has gone up by almost 300%. Nigeria is run as a business. How do we have that much deposit of?
I wanted to ask you: Are we importing gas too? I thought we support.
We're importing 80%. 80% of the gas consumed locally is being imported. 80%. I'm giving you authoritative information, the privileged information. 80% of the LPG used in Nigeria is imported. So, and some of this product is coming from Zaire. So now, if we have this much deposit, and the war in Ukraine will affect the cost of gas, cooking gas locally in Nigeria, can't you see we are not normal? So no businessman would have run Nigeria the way these guys have run in this country. So as a matter of fact, we need fresh blood. We need people who have business background, people who have excelled in their businesses to come and run this country. Well, what it is now is not, we are not running this country. If at all we are running it aground. That's the fact.
All right, thank you so much. I thought it's only petrol that we're importing. I didn't know that we're importing gas too. Because right now there is opportunity to export gas to Europe. They are basically begging for whoever will bring gas to them so that they get themselves off the Russian. I was actually thinking that Nigeria, if we are producing enough, that we could. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry. All right.
Only LLNG is producing gas in Nigeria, and LLNG cannot even meet 20% of the market demand. And the so-called 20% is being exported while we are importing 100%.
We export the one we produce.
Yes, and go and import with the hard currency that we don't have, the scarce dollar we don't have. We now use it to import the gas. It's that bad. And a little bit of secret, when the gas started going up in 2021, the reason for that was that when Buhari came in 2015, he gave them tax holiday to all produce the gas here, harness the gas here, and produce for the local market. And he gave them 5 years tax holiday. Instead of them to produce the gas, they were using the holiday to import the gas. And the holiday expired in 2021. That was why we saw the price of cooking gas going up 2020, starting from 2020 all the way to 2022. So we are still importing gas.
Wow. All right. Janaba, I know you're. It seems as if you've stopped now. You are somewhere. So tell us what you observed. Did anything change in terms of your choice, looking at what the candidates have done in the last few days? In terms of what do you think? Where is the dynamics for you? Where are you leaning towards? Who will you, if you are asked to vote for today? I know that we are not voting, but let's assume that you have the right to vote and you vote. Who will you vote for, and why? Hold on, Janaba. Hold on. I think you are muted. Go ahead.
If your vote count.
Yeah, that's another part. But let's let's vote first, and then we deal with the counting later.
Okay. Voting is not the problem, not the candidate so much of a problem than the entire Nigerian. The country called Nigeria and the Nigerians are the problem. We often think that, okay, if you bring a president, if the president of Nigeria is from the south, it will help Nigeria, or is from the west, or is from the east, or is from the north. There's no way. That is not how we have traveled around the world. I've seen what is.
Okay, Janaba, you're off. We'll get you back. Okay, Vin.
Yes, sir.
We found out this week that the PDP they screened their candidates. They did the screening. They removed two of them. They had they removed two of the candidates, and they have 15 left. So I want to know what do you expect to happen in PDP with Atiku still a candidate? What do you expect to happen?
Well, Dr. Damages, I really, in fact, you are really damaging things here. You are really damaging things here, honestly. Okay, you see, for me, I am not a proponent of one Nigeria. That point I made, because I served that country within my limit and I did not benefit anything. But my mom is from the southeastern part of Nigeria, and I took my time to serve a country that I supposed to be proud of, a country that I was almost killed in several times in the war front, a country that I served in Bakassi Peninsula, capsized inside that Gulf of Guinea for about 4 days before I was rescued. You see, fishes were digging under my feet, eating my feet, about 30 of us in that AC field at Salt Craft. You see, that I expected more from a country that you put in so much energy, so much power, so much zeal, so much patriotism to improve. You in Liberia, I was able to raise the flag of that same country so high that in my battalion, commanded by one, retired, I think, General Aperezi, is from from the Ijo ethnic extraction. Aperezi, before the other one that took over as the NDDC chairman or something like that. Is it Brigadier General Boro? Some fair guy, that was my commander as well. See, when you put in this kind of energy to serve a country and believe that that same country, those that you left behind to go and fight, to shed your blood for these people, that a government will protect them, provide for them, social things as common as social amenities, they could not give to these people. I feel dejected, totally dejected in that particular country, because it's not worth dying for. If you go to Apapa military, you will see a lot of soldiers that were there that are deformed for life. They cannot make use of their legs. They can't make. Some cannot even eat, unless they are fed through pipes. These are some of the prices we pay. In return, you get nothing from a country that you try to be patriotic about. You see, for me, if you ask me, I will tell you Peter Obi. Peter Obi has been the man before he joined the governorship race in Anambra State. He was a businessman, pure businessman. That is the kind of person I want that is going to change the course of the economic quagmire, this cumulative, horrible governments in the past has led Nigeria into. Nigeria don't supposed to be a poor country. Nigeria is not a poor country. Nigeria is a poorly managed country. When we sit outside here and we look at what Nigeria has, the capacity you have, in fact, the human resource alone that you have, that you are endowed with, I think the youth is well over 50 million in Nigeria, can give you so much forex, so much hard currency if they are properly harnessed, nurtured and harnessed. You can send them out as expatriates like Cuba is doing. I was in Cuba too for about a year, 6 months in Havana. I was in Havana Libre. That's the hotel that they call Havana Libre in Havana. You see Cuba exporting expatriate doctors, qualified doctors. In fact, one of the places you will get one of the best doctors in the world is in Cuba. Nigeria has that potential to do this. You see them, so many of them are here in Ghana. They are being, they are being employed from their government from Cuba. Why can't Nigeria do the same thing? Because you don't have good leadership. There is nobody with the technical know-how or the wisdom or knowledge to trigger those things that will make. Look, what I see in Nigeria is that why is Nigerians not progressing in their country, but when they come to Ghana, they progress. In fact, to an extent, my people here are envying them. What stops them from progressing in Nigeria? If Nigerians will begin to see light today, some minimal, let me say, social amenities in their country today, I don't think that there is any country in this Africa in general, or even in the world, that will compete with Nigeria. Honestly speaking, what is happening that we have bad leadership? And for me, if you ask me, Peter Obi, if I still believe in one Nigeria or that contraption called Nigeria, I still believe that P2P is the right person that is going to twist and make Nigeria a very great country. He has the techniques and he knows people that can do it for Nigeria. Unless, I do not know, merit in Nigeria, merit doesn't count. Your vote don't count, like in Ghana here. So I don't know how he's going to manage, but he's going to face a very uphill task to get to that, to get that ticket. And I pray that he will. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much. Let's hear from Kayode. Kayode, tell us where you're joining us from, and then your contribution. We're talking about the political situation in the country, what you've observed in the last 1 week in terms of the candidates and the moves they're making and their strategies in terms of claim they want to be the candidate for their political parties. Kayode, we can't hear you.
Hello?
Okay, can speak up. It's very faint.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, speak up. Can you guys hear him? I think you're far. Yeah, we can hear you, but you're far from.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
he is far away from the mic. We can hear him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Well, good morning again. I want to thank the initiator and the facilitator of this project, of this program, Dr. Rudolph Okonkwo, popularly called Dr. Damages. So he's been a source of inspiration to many of us. I got to know him recently, and I just became phlegmatic with him. I feel like we can see each other every day because of his personality and how concerned he is about the betterment of Nigeria, using his personal resources, his financial resources, and other means to make sure that he reaches out to people in order to make sure that we can discuss Nigeria and see how we can get better through his own medium.
And I also thank all the people on board this afternoon, or this morning rather. My name is Kyle Detoriola once again, and I'm speaking live from the city of Houston, the most populous, one of the most populous cities in the United States of America. So in Texas. I thank my brother who just spoke. I guess he's from Ghana or he lives in Ghana. So I could see the passion, and some other speakers that have spoken, even though I didn't have the privilege of watching them then, I was listening on my phone. But indeed, I could feel their passion and their concern for Nigeria. Well, to be brief and to the point, honestly, I want to have a kind of digression. I will like to speak differently. I don't want to support, or I don't want to follow what some of the speakers have said, because basically we are fond of playing or continue to engage in blame game. And I don't think the blame game is going to take us anywhere. In the last 20 years or 30 years, some of us here on this program today were children, or we were youths. Are you getting what I'm saying? And we used to talk about the future, that we are the futures of tomorrow. We are the leaders of tomorrow. When we were in the university, when we were in secondary school, today, the time to show or to display that leadership is here. But look at Nigerian youth today. Are they showing that trait to become leaders? If you are saying you want to challenge Tinubu today, or you want to challenge Fayemi or Fayoshe, or all these people that are messing us up, what do we have at our disposal? Of course, we are endowed with intellectual resources, but what of our attitude? There is this common saying that says, your attitude determines your altitude. But when you look at the way even the youths of today behave, I don't think Nigeria has a future, or I don't think we have any hope to transform that country. We are not ready. Everybody is just yearning for blaming the leadership, but you are a leader in your own place or in your own position. In your house, you are a leader. In your workplace, you are a leader. But how do you portray yourself? How do you handle the resources that are entrusted to you in that your little position? That is what will tell us that when we get there, we can change or not the status quo that we are presently witnessing. That was why I said, we want to shift away from the notions of other speakers that have spoken. If we want to really move forward in Nigeria, we have to start from ourselves, our individual self. Let's show these people that we have something that can change the status quo. Not that they will continue to do what they do because they have not seen anything that is different or that we can do differently as youths. Even some of us that are exposed and that have been privileged to travel out of the country, we still carry that Nigerian attitude to this place we are, or to those different places we are. And that is the problem, my friends and the fellow speakers.
All right, thank you so much, Kaide. We'll come back to you again. I want to go to Paul. There's something that I just saw in the news where the APC are saying that they disagree with Falana, who argued that Jonathan is not qualified to run again for president, and they're saying that he's eligible. I want to know what I'm coming to you, Paul, because I think you live in that. I know you're in Arizona, but you know Jonathan. What do you think about his attempt at even coming back again as trying to run again as president? What does that mean to you? What is your take on that?
Yeah, it's so funny. If I remember what the young man from Afe Babalola University said, he said he's young in the game. I think Jonathan too is young in the game. Jonathan is lazy when it comes to politics. You know, he has seen himself like they played that politics back in the days. Say, Goodluck Jonathan. People start naming their kids Goodluck. You understand? He keep looking for luck. No strategy, nothing. We all know why APC is calling Jonathan. APC used Jonathan as a base. They complained everything that they didn't achieve. These are the things that Jonathan did that make them being achieved. And the same APC is calling Jonathan because they knowing fully well that if Jonathan come again, Jonathan will only do one term, then the North will start fighting that the power should go back to the North. So this is the type of dirty, funny politics with interest, not for the interest of the country at large, but for the interest for a particular cartel, as the case may be. Those are the type of politics they are playing. And if Jonathan truly want to play politics, Jonathan, I did support Jonathan even when we're from the same place, but let's leave that for now. Jonathan would have understood that the most, if you want to play politics, let me say I want to advise Jonathan to play politics. Jonathan would have been the best person to come aside for PDP as at this time. Why I said so, Jonathan can negotiate, for example, with one of the three strongest, formidable candidates from the North. These three men are Atiku, Saraki, and Tambuwa. These three men. Jonathan can negotiate Tambuwa. Jonathan can negotiate Saraki. Hey, I promise you, let me go for president. You know, I'm doing only one term. I will make you the next president, which I believe Saraki can succumb to. I believe Tambuwa can succumb to. You understand? But Jonathan don't want to play this type of politics. Of course, Atiku cannot be his VP. You understand? But Atiku too is not a good politician. He's just a money bag. He too doesn't play real active politics. It's just about politics of only money, as the case may be. But Jonathan, a strong man who commands a lot of respect to young Nigerians who don't really understand politics very well. Everybody sees Jonathan like Jonathan is so good, he's so everything. Even when in his time, he didn't really achieve much, because if Jonathan had achieved so many things, you understand, he would have put those things before us. Nothing to do other than building the normal daily schools. He didn't really achieve much. But Jonathan couldn't use this advantage to come for PDP to strategize, which he knows he can make it. But Jonathan is waiting for APC people to come and pick him and give him the ticket like appointment. You understand? Not elect, not playing politics and everything. So Jonathan is between the devil and the big news. He knows fully well that he cannot win the primaries when it comes to APC. So he's just asking for this consensus thing and everything. If they can do the consensus, then they can give him. Because he knows if he goes for the primaries in APC, he might not be able to challenge the likes of Tinubu, the likes of Osibanjo and everything. So Jonathan is just caged somewhere. So we don't know what will happen with that. To some extent, this is our modern day coup. Coup is about to go on. We don't know what will happen on that. So we will just analyze, like I said, beer parlor discussion. Other than that, Jonathan, if he really want to come out, for those that really like him, because Jonathan have very good, strong followers, he would have been in PDP.
Okay. Let me ask somebody. Let me ask Mohammed. Yeah, Mohammed. If Jonathan comes to the North now campaign, do you think that people will embrace him? Do people regret voting for Buhari in the North to the point that they will turn around and vote for Jonathan?
Well, unfortunately, that is the sad truth. He's seen as a god now, like I said during my opening conversation, compared to Buhari now. My driver mentioned to me the first day that he's now for Jonathan. He didn't suffer this much during the Jonathan era, and he wished Jonathan comes back. So, sadly, most of the Northerners are likely to vote for him if he comes back, if he gets the ticket. That's the sad truth. But we must remind ourselves that Jonathan failed so woefully that we consider Buhari a replacement to him. So that is the sad truth again. We are forgotten so soon where we are coming from. And I want to add something. I want to digress on what Mr. Kayode said, that the leaders are not really the problem, but we the followers. Mr. Kayode, I beg to disagree on that point. You see, first and foremost, you need to even know what is right before you begin to do what is right. The leadership has beaten the followers in this country so badly, so badly, that the followers does not even know their right from their left. That is the truth. It is a very sad truth, but that's the truth. For we that have traveled, that have seen, we know that the followers have not been given the opportunity to even know their right from their left. So this is a fact. So when you go to those places that has been advanced, okay, let me give you an example now. In the north, we have about 11 million children roaming the streets in the name of searching for Quranic education. You know fully well that if you search for this education, even if you are a qualified mala, you are not going to be gainfully employed in anywhere. But we have 11 million of them roaming the streets. So you're telling that guy to do what is right. Does he even know what is right in the first place? So this is how bad it is back home. So we must remind ourselves that even the followers does not even know their right from their left, except for the very few opportune who has gone out there that know what is right and wrong. Thank you.
Well, Mohammed, let me just chip in little thing on what my brother Mohammed from Bauchi said.
Okay.
I
Go
would
ahead.
take my own president. I would take my president here as an example, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When you look at the man that we voted in there, he's a good man, but I'm not telling you that he's a saint. He has his own shortfalls. I want to pick up from the armed Fulani herdsmen, the armed herdsmen that were terrorizing the Ashanti region in a community they call Agogo community. It's a very big place in Ashanti Kingdom, Ashanti region. They were murdering, slaughtering our people there. They don't care the age. They will rape. God, pardon my language here, bro. They would decimate them, do all manner of things on them, kill them on their farms if they complain or challenge them for grazing on their ground. This issue got to what the chiefs there complained. It did not reach 2 weeks for my president here to take drastic measures that even cost lives. You cannot take your private business, enter into another person's private business, destroy it, and when the person asks you questions, you kill the person, you rape the person. Who are you to do that? He introduced what they called Operation Calm Life and Operation Cow Leg. That was what he did. That is what a president, a leader, is supposed to do. Be proactive and take stringent measures to control your country and protect your citizens. Not a leadership that you use your role you played there, whether your vote counted or not. The role you played there was that you voted your president, a leader in there. What is the leader supposed to do?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not interrupting you. I want to mention something. In 2019, I came out to vote for Shore. At my polling station where I voted in Bauchi, I spent close to 2 hours before I was accredited. We have more than 300 women on the queue. Now, I wanted to listen very carefully. Now, these women, some of them have never been outside for the past month. But on that day, they were told to just go and vote for Buhari. He's a good man. Megeskiani is a good man. So it's not their choice. It's not because they know Buhari can do anything for them. They were told that Buhari is a good man, and they voted for him in their millions. So we have that system of government, or we have that system of selection, where an illiterate who doesn't even know his right from his left take part in our voting system. And these people are more in numbers. Take note, they are more in numbers. So even when you vote, our vote is just like a drop in the ocean. So
yeah, you're right.
These are the people who are helping us to make decisions in this country. I'm living in the north. I've been here for 19 years. These are the people helping us to make decisions. So you are talking about what your president did in Ghana. We are talking about the process of selecting that president in the first place. So where you have, I'm sure in 2019, some of us saw it, where children that are less than 10 years were voting in Kano.
Yeah.
So if that, I have an 11-year-old child in my house, 11 years old, 13 years old. I jokingly told him one day, I said, you need to learn how to drive a car now. And he told me, the official driving age is supposed to be 18. He's telling me, he's correcting me. So I do not think my son will join me in the polling booth now that he's 13, because he's educated. Apart from my own decisions, he has his own decisions to make. That's because I've trained him, he has gone to school. Now we are talking about a situation where, I just repeat, 12 million plus children are roaming the streets, no education.
All right.
And these people are taking part in our electoral system. This is the problem. And this is the real problem. This is the monster, actually.
All right, let's. We have someone who joined us. Let's hear him. The priest of peace. Welcome to the show.
Yes, Dr. Damages. Thank you so much. This is my first time. The last time I wanted to join in when you are talking about religion and other stuff.
Yeah.
So I am coming from the point of.
Please tell us where you're joining us first, so that we have.
Okay, I live in Ohio. I am a priest. I'm a priest actually.
Okay. Oh, very good.
Yes. So now, let me start by saying that it's unfortunate that some of us that are talking, some of us that are saying 99% of us that are talking about Nigerian issues we are based in abroad.
In diaspora.
Diaspora. The people back home don't understand what is going on, because the news has been emasculated. They don't get news, they don't get information, they don't get any tips that will help them to make an informed decision, because believe it or not, they are being told what to think and not to think for themselves. Now this brings me to religion. You see, our political class, they will beat us and tell us to shut up. And then the religious organizations, the churches and everything, will embrace us and tell us God will do what? God will help us. How long do we need to continue in this aspect? You see, every one of them that is coming out for this election is all sham. They are all crooks. They are all wicked men. You see, for me, if you are a man of God, based in abroad, based in Nigeria, and you are not talking about the ills and the sins that is happening in Nigeria, then you have nothing to say. Because whether you're a prophet, whether you're a man of God, whether you're a pastor, your responsibility is to talk about the ills of the society without fear or favor. I've been speaking in my own little ways. I know it is dangerous for me because my superior might sanction me, but I have to say it. That is why I give a thumbs up to Bishop Kuka. Now, how do we salvage this situation? Because look, whether we like it or not, the system is rigged. This election is already perfected and done. It is done and dusted. But will it happen is another question. Now, I have been talking. The last time I was on Ginger Media, that was last year, I traveled to Nigeria. I was talking with late Obadiah Mailafia. And I suggested, look, let the Christian folks stage a sit at home for 1 week. And Nigerian government will wake up and give us everything we need. What am I saying? I want everybody listening to take this home. The only thing that can salvage Nigeria, if at all that they want it, if the political class want Nigeria to be salvaged, they should stop talking about this election. They should say one thing and one thing only. Let us come to the table of brotherhood. Suspend this election, secure the country, take away all the terrorists, because that is what they are. Even they are political class, they are all terrorists. This election is completely sham because it is already rigged. The system is rigged against you, it's rigged against me. And ask for a referendum to restructure Nigeria. That is the only solution. Because let me tell you, no matter who you give this reins of power, whether it's Jonathan, whether it's Tambuwal, whether it's Atiku, whether it's Obi, we've seen his track record. He will fail 101%. Take my word. Take it to the bank. This election, I am not sure if it's going to hold. Because looking at what is going on, my brother, forget it. I lived in the north before I moved to the states. I lived in the north during Jonathan's period. One of my in-laws was murdered because of Boko Haram stuff. Up to today, his body was not retrieved for proper, but he was buried in proxy. So how can you tell me that a country that treats his own people like this will give you what you want? The same people, the same strategy, and you want it to work at the same time? No, it is not. We have to change something. Something must give a way for something to happen. If it doesn't, let me tell you, it is going to be worse. You see, next year, it's already started though. Look at what is going on. Abuja, it's just a matter of time. Kaduna, Kanu, the East, everywhere. It is not Uhuru, my brothers. All we need to start making it clear to these people, because one, our people back home are not getting information. I suggested something to a World Igbo Congress that, look, we need to do something so that it will be like a template for these politicians to stop, every time. Now, okay, look at what is going on. 3,000 bags of rice was given to, where is this 3,000 bags of rice been laying for a long time? Now election is out, and they want to bring these 3,000 bags of rice to who? To what? To do what? Because they have used poverty, my brother. How? And now the church is now giving us, I don't know how to explain it. I am a priest, and it pains me that my leadership is not saying anything. It gives me this dimple, my brother. So what am I saying in earnest? This election has to be suspended. Let's start hashtagging, suspend the election, referendum to restructure Nigeria, referendum. All of us, we need to start doing it right now, or else what is going to happen? See, it will be worse. We have to brace it, because I know you, Dr. Damages, and some of us that are here, if you receive a call from Nigeria, you know what it is. Sometimes you don't even want to receive it in the first place. What? I mean, tell me, how long do we need to? Just tell me.
All right.
I rest my case. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, everybody. God bless you all. Let's do this. Hashtag suspend the election 2023. Hashtag referendum to restructure Nigeria for the future of the next generation. This my Oga that is there. He has for 13 years old. He's learning. Oga, I thumbs up for you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
God bless you. I have to leave now. Thank you. God bless you all.
All right, thanks. I know you've been trying to come in and say something, so it's nice we gave him the chance. And of course, whenever we have this conversation about Nigeria, there are people who believe that the constitution is bad. We have to structure the country before we do anything. There are people who believe that we shouldn't even talk about elections. I get the comments. I'm looking at the comments on social media. People think that people are wasting time talking about election, that it won't go anywhere, that nothing will change. But the fact is that the political class, no matter what people say on the side, the political class, they are moving ahead, planning their strategies, and the election will happen. So if we want to influence the election, the outcome, we might as well, even if it's two people that got a chance to think about it, I think we should contribute and talk about it, because it's going to happen unless something big happens. All right, let me come back to you, Paul. So there's this other story connected to the election in Nigeria that I saw that I'm really surprised. Hold on. Okay, Paul, you're on. It says here that Nigerian army to deploy 197 troops to Gambia. People are worried that this election might not happen because of insecurity in Nigeria, in several parts of Nigeria. Can you imagine people in Niger State, in Zamfara, how they are going to vote if things are not taken care of? But you have Nigerian soldiers now being deployed to several countries. What do you think, Paul? While letting Bolaji and other people who are trying to join us. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, Dr. Damages, you might understand why they are deploying soldiers to Gambia. You have to understand. I don't know how you operate, but we that still have siblings back home that we do send money. Right now, there's a little issues when you send dollar to Nigeria. The bank say, "Oh, no dollar, no dollar." So they try to bring the price down. And so if Nigeria is sending 192 soldiers to Gambia, it's kind of funny because there's a lot of Nigerians there too that are even having issues. I watched some Nigerian prostitutes that are having issues in Gambia. So probably maybe they're sending soldiers there. So let's leave that part. Why they are sending soldiers there? They are also looking for foreign exchange. They are looking for money. They don't care. These people don't care about us. You understand? What we see is professional politics. Like I said, they discuss these things in beer parlor. They don't think anything about us. They don't care, nothing. These guys are not concerned with the country. They don't think about the country. They just come up with anything and they say, don't worry, you're going to roll. Nigeria can survive anything. You understand? In time like this, where we should have been begging, putting hard and everything. Dr. Damages, we are all here in America. You understand? Even up to Instagram, where I would say people will go look beautiful women. You see companies now hiring, Facebook, every corner, YouTube, everywhere. You go to McDonald's, you see it now hiring, now hiring. These are the time where people don't even need connections to join the military, now hiring, because there's no job. There are people that will still join, like people want to go to Russia or Ukraine. You understand? The little one we have, we are sending them to Gambia. They don't think. You understand? It's hard. We just don't want to use some negative perception. And when I saw it in the news, I was just laughing. But Fela already told us, if we can't cry, what do? We pretend and we laugh. You understand? Sending soldiers, maybe they're just looking for foreign exchange. They're looking for dollars. They don't care for those soldiers too. So that they'll use those things to go beg money from UN and the likes. They don't care. They don't care. They're looking for foreign exchange. That's it.
All right. All right. Let's welcome Bolaji. Bolaji, welcome back to the show.
Good morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Bolaji. I'm joining from Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So Bolaji, we've been talking about the political situation in Nigeria. You know that Bola Tinubu came back from Mecca, invigorated and ready to take on Amechi and everybody else. I don't know if you noticed anything. Did you see the video of him in Mecca? And they said he ran a marathon or he walked a marathon. What is your take on what's going on?
No, Dr. Damages, he prayed in marathon.
I don't understand that language, you know. And people were praying for him, and he said, what did they say? His media people said they should not just pray for him, they should pray for the country. All right, they had to go to Mecca to pray. We talked about that a little bit before, but Balaji, what's your take on what's going
on? Starting from the last part that the other speaker was talking about, the insecurity. As far as I'm concerned, we've seen this since 2015. Insecurity didn't stop them to conduct their business because they need to do their own business, which is election. So whether we send people to Gambia or not, there's going to be election. 2015, Borno was in a very tough situation where Boko Haram was in control of maybe more than half of that state. They were able to conduct election. I think Borno was one of the states with highest number of votes, if I recollect correctly. So we don't need to deceive ourselves. The same thing happened in 2019. I think that's when Buhari seek for the second term, right? There was still election. In most other states, Zamfara was, I think kidnapping had started then in Zamfara, and they still had the election. So don't let us deceive ourselves. They know how they do their business, and they will conduct their business in a way that will get them the result that they are looking for. We may not get the result we are looking for, but they don't have anything at stake on this. Talking about Tinubu, that he went for Umrah in Saudi Arabia. I don't even know that he went for it, and I don't know whether he's back. For me, if he was able to go for Umrah and perform all the rites that they perform in there, I've never gone there. I'm a Muslim as well. I wish to go one day. I don't know whether it's back. I don't want to talk about its spiritual or its religious activities that much because, as far as I'm concerned, in Nigeria, I don't like dwelling into anybody's religious activity. If they conduct whatever they want to do and they come back and govern us very well, that's what I'm concerned about most. If a Buddhist in Nigeria can rule us and give us good roads, good electricity, I don't care about that. I care about the good life for Nigerians, not about how they do their religion. But praying for Nigeria, I think Nigeria has been prayed for too much. We don't need anybody to pray for us. I'm sorry to say this. We just need to put our feet down as a country and do the needful. Whether Tinubu is going to be a good president, I don't know. Whether Osibajo is going to be a good president, time will tell. Whether any other person will get there, time will tell. I think it's still up in the air. We don't even know yet. And we are working too much around the law of assumptions.
All right, thank you, Bolaji, for joining us and for that input. Now let's go to something else that happened this week. Nollywood actor Yul Edochie married a second wife. He's a presidential candidate, so you know. So it's a very important conversation to have, and I want to go beyond the issue of marrying a second wife, in terms of how that incident dominated the media. Does that show that people are actually tuned in to what is important in their lives, or that they basically wanted a distraction? I'll come to you, Yakubu Mohammed. What is your take on Edochie's marriage and how that dominated the media landscape?
Well, I think you concluded by answering the question by saying the people have been beaten so badly they needed a distraction, and of course that provided a very huge distraction for Nigerians and gave them something to talk about for days. And the issue of marrying two wives, I think, is a rather very personal issue. I don't think we should dwell over it. But for me personally, I think the men of these generations are weak, because all our great grandfathers has 2, 4, 5 wives. I think it's just showing that he's a real man, and that's why he told that rot.
Wow, the men of this generation are weak. Vin, how many? I don't know. I don't want to go personal. If you want to share how many wives you have, you can share with us. But do you agree that this may be more interesting than all these candidates and the wahala they have? Do you agree that men of this generation are weak? That's why they marry only one.
Oh well, I don't think so. You see, the reason why for me, I am a Christian, and I believe in one man, one wife. And myself, I have married, and I am only married to a woman. But if anybody feels that he is financially buoyant enough to cater for more than one wife, then that person is free to do. Because our women today, if you go on social media, you see them advertising themselves. I am 30, I am 30 years old, I am single, I have no. You see, there is a lot of advice that now people are giving. So if we continue to go by one man, one wife principle, we will marry all these, beautiful ladies that are there. It's unfortunate though, but for him, he's supposed to be man enough to come out and do it, not by through in some sort of secrecy, because that child was not born today. The day he produced that child on the to the world was not the day that child was born. That child has been there. I think he has gotten up to going to a year. That child was born, because when he was carrying the child, I saw him carrying in his hands was not a child of 3 months.
Vince, the truth is that there was a media report about to break the news that he had a different family outside, and he came out and made it public. So I'll come to you. Hold on, Kaide. I want to go. Well, Kaide, okay, go ahead. I wanted to go to Arizona. They married 2 wives in Arizona. I wanted to hear.
Are you saying Arizonans are polygamists?
Oh, in Arizona they do that. You know.
Dr. Damages.
Yeah.
Dr. Damages. That's a good point. At least now you will give me a better platform for people to see me to say and everything. I have 9 more years to go back to Nigeria. I am planning it very well. My 401k is trying a little bit, not so good. But
go back and
I'm going back to Nigeria. I'm going back to Nigeria to go marry like 3 if I didn't make more money. But if I make more money before 9 years from now, I will lose count.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Damages.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear Akayode, then we go around. I want everyone to weigh in on this.
Again for giving me another opportunity to speak. And this issue of marrying 1 wife, 10 wives, the only problem I have there, and the question I want to put on it, is the responsibility question. You are free to marry the number of wives you think you can marry if you think your belief allows you, as well as your resources. But you can also remember, you will also recall that I think last year or 2 years ago, there was a House of Representative member who came on social media to celebrate marrying, was he not 25 wives?
He brought them in the house. He brought them in the house even.
This is what I'm talking about, and this is my position. How can such a person come and rule us? Because I want us to have a link or a kind of relationship between politics and responsibility. If you want to expand it further. If you are somebody that believes in polygamy, are you responsible enough to manage? Have you managed those wives properly before you can say you come outside to come and seek elective position?
But Kayode, Edochie can at least provide for 2 wives. I don't think that's a concern.
But this was a person which took him how many years before he could even accept that he had another side chick somewhere.
All right. All right. Hold on.
Not against his marrying as many as possible wives he wants to marry. But what I'm saying is that has he been able to manage these people very well in terms of moral and attitudinal perception or factor?
Yeah. All right, Kayode, just stand by because I want to hear everybody and their take on this before we go into more important things. Pastor John Abba, it's happening. You know, if you have 1 wife, you are weak, according to our friend. So, you're a pastor and you are in America. Where does that leave you? You know, what happens to you now? What are you gonna do?
To be to me, responsible enough. Even though I'm a pastor, I'm a Pentecostal pastor, but I'm a new generation pastor with a new understanding based on what our eyes have seen and what is humanly possible in this part of the world. I don't want to go into any people's private life. Leadership, we come into this by the leadership and how can you be responsible when you are hiding your side chick.
Your spouse.
The issue is that everybody don't want to put their thing out there. It's their personal life. That does not disqualify anybody from being a good leader. The thing is that how some people are afraid of their wife backlash. Some of us can come here and say that this and that about our wives or about our marriage life. Why some cannot? Some cannot do that because they know that the backlash will even lead to more problems. They will put themselves in more problems than what they expected.
Some of them are
Janaba, you spent 2 minutes. You didn't tell us anything. You didn't tell us if you are for second wife or
guess.
you're not. You know,
Oh yeah, are you
and
asking me if I have a second wife? You didn't ask me.
yeah,
You asked me for my own opinion. You did not ask me if
opinion.
I have a
Okay.
second wife.
No. So what?
You cannot come here and I tell you say I have a second wife because the church will not. There will be no church tomorrow.
Okay. All right, Jonathan. Thank you.
No,
Uh,
Let's no, Dr. Damage, because I'm going to go. Now, I want to say something briefly before I leave.
okay.
Two things that I want to say briefly, apart from the marriage thing on personal issue. I don't want to go into that. People have their personal life and their sexual life. Some people have energy. You have to keep me for many hours for me to know where I am. So let's
Okay.
not go there on my own stage. The other
Okay.
thing I want to talk about it right now is about you talk about Tinubu. Because that time I was driving, so I
Okay.
couldn't go into all those political things that we are here for. The thing is that, like other brothers have said, I want all of us, if that's my own opinion, whether our president comes from the north or from the south or from the east or from the north, it does not really matter. This is what politician does best, is to tell you tomorrow is zoning and next tomorrow is about who is there and who is not there. Even Jesus Christ himself in Nigeria has failed. If you call the Jesus of Nigeria, it has failed. If we go that area, so there is no sense that can make Nigerian to be where it should be. So the issue is that who right now, I was hearing so much about Peter Obi from one of my brother. It's okay. I don't want to go into Peter issue, but Peter he parade himself to be like that. But if you go deep into Peter Obi, it's just a political statement, and it's a career politician that want to be another government, another president. Secondly, he was picked up as a vice president by Atiku. During that time, he was making a speech before Atiku picked him up. So he already know what is after. But the problem we are having as a Nigerian is that we want to say, oh, these are old politicians and these are the new blood. Somebody talk about Sowore. You know very well. I'm a fan of Sowore. Even if I vote for him, not to knowing that he may not win the presidency, I can still do that if I'm in Nigeria. But the issue right now at hand is that who is the best candidate that can at least secure the citizens of Nigeria from this brutality, whether you call it Boko Haram, whether you call it bandit,
Yeah.
whether you call
Janaba,
it
Janaba, yeah, we have to let you go. But who is the person? Tell us from your own assessment. That's what we're here for.
it's not who I'm going to do, but what I can predict to you, I think will be the next president.
Okay, very good. Janaba picks Atiku as the next president of Nigeria. We have this on record. We will play this back next year for
Thank
you,
you.
Janaba. All right, thank you so much.
Can I go for it?
Who wants to go?
Let me go for it, please.
Okay. Okay.
Again, in terms of whether people's choice of life, whether religion or the way they live their life, is their own personal business. But I, as a Nigerian, how do I care about that in a little bit? Like, I will look at it, okay, how do you manage your family? Because that's going to translate to how you're going to manage my country
That
as
was
well.
what I said earlier.
If you are not being transparent, if you are not being sincere,
if you are not responsible,
if it comes to, because first, the choice of whether how many spouses you have, how many wives you have, as it's a result of like the kind of culture or your lifestyle. And if you look at it, it comes like maybe it could be influenced by your culture, your religion, your tribe, your upbringing, or a lot of factors, or your experience in your marriage as well. Now, those are your personal problem. But what I would do is this. Like, I'll take it to like, okay, divide the x, like go into mathematics of it. Okay, if you are doing this one, what can I assume like you will do when it comes to managing my country, which you are trying to do? So the reason why I would say, okay, maybe that guy is he Edochie or whatever, what is his name? What's discussing is because he also is moving around as a young guy that wants to become president or something. So we can talk about it for that reason a little bit, but I don't want us to spend too much time on it. But that is his own personal choice. Even if you go to most Muslim countries, they are not actually like as polygamous as some Christian countries as well. If you want to be sincere, even in this country that we are today, people will not have it legally, but they have a lot of side chicks that have children for them. I don't see the difference between what this guy did and what somebody like Microsoft guy did. Having some other women
No,
around.
no,
No. I'm just like making
Balaji,
correlations.
you're going too far. You're going too far. I see Raf laughing, smiling. You may not have to go all the way to
Yeah, but
Microsoft.
going back to our case. So the issue of the lawmaker that paraded 4 wives, he brought them to the law to the assembly, showing the children, and the wife seems to be happy working together. I will give that one like a little bit check marks as a Nigerian to me, because they were not fighting inside that place. Maybe you'll be able to bring Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo together, like have the mix of them, being able to have conversation and be loving. So that's just the assumption I will have on that. But something I will pick from my last brother that talked about Obi, because I feel that one is actually more important than every other thing that we've been talking about. The way Obi was parading himself before 2019, handing that position of VP that Atiku picked him. I'll bring that one back to somebody like Sowore that some of us feel like it's not part of all these shenanigans, all these bad politicians. We also need to have somebody out there making good speeches, selling some of these are good alternatives, like making good speeches, going out there using the media convincingly that people will be able to know that, oh, these guys are good. They know what they are doing. And again, I'll bring the case of somebody like Malema in South Africa. Anytime I'm listening to the guy, if it is a 1-hour speech, I want to listen to the guy to the end of it. So
you're right.
We shouldn't just say we have an alternative. Let's have an alternative that is sellable. People will be able to understand it. The common people on the street will understand what these guys are saying. The common people on the street will know, okay, we need to actually vote for these people. Because it's not about criticizing these people. It's not about taking the government back from them. Take it back to be a sellable and a winnable strategy in a way. Otherwise, it's just going to be an exercise.
Okay.
And we don't want to do that one for too long. So that's my own position in there. Obi is selling himself very well. I'm very sure, very likely, if Atiku is able to win PDP tickets, Obi is likely to be his running mate again, because he needs somebody from the southeast again, and somebody that you think you can pick as a politician, as your VP, that you think is not going to give you too much headaches. That's what a politician will be looking for. And Obi, as it is today, he doesn't have political base that is that strong for him to cause problem for any presidential tickets when they eventually sworn in.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have about 20 minutes, and there are people who are just joining us who we want to hear from them. Ralph, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you, Doc. It's been entertaining so far.
Yeah. So I want you to start from where we started, which is the beginning of the show. We were talking about the political situation in the last 1 week. For those who've been watching, what did you observe, and what are the strategies? Did anything change from what it was last week?
I mean, well, everybody is still moving the chess on the board. So it's like they say, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But I think the game is still in play for the players involved, the heavy hitters. So yeah, I don't think
in America they say who is up and who is down. Who is up to you from last week? Who is up and who is down? Did Tinubu going to make a help him to get up there, or did he bring him down? What is your take?
That question is.
I mean, there are people who will look at that and say, "Look, this is our man. You know, he's representing us."
Well, okay, let me answer it this way. It's the same Nigeria where when a senator went to Egypt and kidnapped a 15-year-old to get married and claimed he got married to a 15-year-old girl, the people who looked at that and said, it's our culture, right? Yeah, so there are people who are going to look at Tinubu going to Mecca and say that's yes, they will look at that as a good thing. So there are always people who will look at who can justify anything. There's always somebody who can justify anything as something for them. People will take that as a plus, people will take that as a minus. That's why I say nothing has changed. The chess is still on the table. It's still on the board, and it's moving by the people who want to move it.
Okay.
So,
All right. Basil, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me.
I know you are the publicity secretary of World Igbo Congress. And in the conversations we had here, they raised two issues. Why are the Igbo candidates not coming together as to present one candidate? They also talked about P2B and his record. Join us in this conversation and maybe you can give us an insight into P2B and what's happening in the East as per this election.
For record purposes, I'm not representing World Igbo Congress in this forum. And I'm not bound by the rules and regulation as upheld by World Igbo Congress, if that is the case. But in my personal capacity and personal opinion, I would say that what is going now, or what I'm seeing, is the same thing coming from the same group of gang that has been holding us hostage, because they have grabbed so much money and there is no change in sight. That is my honest opinion, and anybody who is expecting any change might be fooling himself, because if there is a change that we are going to see in this particular business of politics in Nigeria, it's not yet from any aspect of what I have seen so far.
Okay. I like the way you disassociated yourself from, your view, the view expressing here from that of the World Igbo Congress, which is good. I understand that. So let me now ask you, about marrying two wives. You should be free to speak on that. What do you think about that move by Edochie?
Marrying two wives is it has been what the culture of the men that are in the caliber of his position always want to do, and those that call themselves Christians want to do their own in the hiding, but it's not something new to us, and I don't think it can only change anything for now, based on the fact that it's almost what we are accustomed to in that area of the country.
Okay, thank you. We have to round up. I will come round to everybody and ask you what is keeping you up at night. But before we do that, Ekene Okija is joining us. Ekene, welcome to the show. You have to unmute yourself, or I don't know if it's you. Can you hear me? Ekene? Okay, go ahead. Okay. Welcome to the show. Where are you? Are you in the market? Oshodi market. Are you at Oshodi market?
Yeah, I'm at a computer village.
So, what have you observed in the Nigerian political landscape in the last 1 week?
I don't candidates. I don't know. Madebon actually. Maybe that's a further for discussion. I don't know why people should be talking about Edochie and his two wives. So many people are married to two wives, or more than one wife in Nigeria. Some 3, 4, 5, 10. Maybe because he's contesting for president. I don't know people who say that Bible told them not to marry two wives. I don't know where the Bible said that. Bible never mentioned that. Actually, Bible is in support of multiple wives. When Paul was writing to Timothy, he told him, "He that desires the office of a bishop must be a husband of one wife. So it's a look at the context. There were people who were husband of more than one wife there. So that was why he gave him that condition. Bishop is an overseer. So he told him he that desires the office of bishop must be a husband of one wife. So there were people who had two wives. So if you want to marry two wives or whatever, three, whatever, that's your problem. People are just criticizing him. They don't know what he's going through at home. They don't know, what if they made the arrangement or if they talked, if there were issues. So we don't know. So we can only just, react based on what is out there. So that's their problem. Anyway, that's him. I have my own problems to deal with. I'm here. I'm near Apple store. My computer broke down. I came to Apple to fix it. So that's my own problem. Anyway, but
So what's keeping you up at night apart from your computer being?
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about Nigeria. Rudolph, remember we met. I think in 1998.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I think 1998, 1997, 98 or so. I'm not sure, but we met online when we were at Nigerian.com or whatever.
Yes.
And my daughter was born 1999. Today, she has graduated. She's working. She's doing her master's. And since then, we've been talking about Nigeria. And we're still talking about Nigeria today, and it has gotten worse. So I really don't know why. I didn't want to come to this discussion actually because I'm just tired. Because 20, 50 years from now, maybe probably people who are alive, they'll still be talking about this. So I don't know. So I don't know. The issue is this: Nigeria, the North, they are clamoring to, or they want the power to shift to them. Not, to be honest with you, if people don't want to, the North has the North. I was just watching a history of Nigerian politics from before independence, and it was just a 15-minute video, YouTube video. But it opened my eyes to a lot of things. This thing didn't start today. The North has messed up Nigeria. From tell me any good Northern leader we have produced. Just give me one. It is inbuilt in the religion. It is inbuilt in the culture. So people who are saying Atiku or whatever, it basically, last presidential cycle, Atiku was quoted as saying that, I will make my people, I will make my friends rich. It's gonna be the same thing. The mindset hasn't changed. It's gonna be the same thing. He's gonna make his people rich. Take resources. They produce oil. They produce oil in Nigeria. Nigeria sell oil to make money, and they use the money to buy Cadillac and the other expensive car to traditional rulers in the North. State that don't produce anything, that don't have anything. So it's high time. I was thinking about this morning. It's high time Yorubas and Igbo, West, southern people as a whole, will come. We need to go out of Nigeria. We need to build our own country. If some people are interested in the middle belt, they can join. But this thing is not working. It's not gonna work. Rudolph, there was a video. I think one of your videos I watched this morning also talking about Bala Mohammed. I think is it Bala the one that was the FCT minister.
Yeah.
We don't see what these people are saying. See what these people they are producing, what they are saying. It's not going to work. So at the next election, even if they elect P2B or whatever, they're not gonna give him room to do anything. Because the system is just bad. So maybe it's okay. We are here talking. This weekend, we can talk and have conversation and be happy. That's it. Let us enjoy the discussion. But if anybody is hoping that something will come out of Nigeria in 2023, the person is deceiving himself.
All right, thank you so much. So we have let me see, about 10 minutes. So let's go around 1 minute.
Yes, I have an appointment.
What the last speaker said,
Okay, go ahead, Janaba.
What the last speaker said about nothing comes from the North is completely not true. And that is the misconception we always say in terms of natural resources in Nigeria, that the crude oil comes from whether east, whether from Port Harcourt and all of that. The tomatoes come from the north. The rice comes from the north. If we talk about the middle belt were leaned towards the north in most cases. Most of our food comes from the north. So for us to demonize that there is in the north, and we can go. There's nothing wrong if people find their way, the referendum to have their own nation or to do what have it. But it is not true that nothing comes from the north. That's what I want to let the other brother say.
All right,
That is
thank
not
you.
Sorry,
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Doctor, if I may say something close to what the last speaker said. We need to be careful the way we make some divisive comments. We need to, like, I feel like some of us here were more educated than some people on the streets that politicians just brainwash them and they just give them some perception about Nigeria. I'm a pro-Nigeria, a pro-African, and I don't mind if some section of the country want to secede, and if that is good for them, so be it. But some statement, I'm not a Northerner, I'm a Nigerian, and I happen to come from the Southwest. But saying some statement about Northern, about Muslims, is reckless. We have a lot of Muslim countries doing very well today. I'm very sure that last speaker will be very happy to live in Dubai today, as an example. Now, if I may just use this opportunity to respond to your last question, what's keeping me awake at night? Insecurity and poverty. I'll say that again and again. And lack of infrastructure in Nigeria. I wish we'll be able to have a government tomorrow that will give us good security. There will be businesses will thrive without having to know somebody before you do something. And at the same time, there will be good infrastructure, educations, and all of that will work. We don't need anybody to perform rocket science in Nigeria to make it a good country. We have all the resources. Even most cities that you go to in Nigeria, they have rocks, mountains that you can blast to get granite to build good roads. We have individuals that can do the job. It's because we don't have good leaders. I'm responding to your question that among the candidates, like, who are the four runners? If we want to be sincere with ourselves, Rotimi Amici happens to be taking the lead right now.
Wait. Why do you say that Rotimi is taking the lead?
Dr.
What did you hear? No, I'm just saying, because you may hear
we all see it. I'm not saying like it's my favorable candidate.
No, I know.
Sincere to ourselves.
Yeah.
He's the only one that is moving around with presidential influence right now, and he's also a grassroots politician.
Okay.
So you could see where he goes. Like, you look at the entourage, you look at people talking about him, moving him around. He seems to be very close to the president. And he's the only one that is smart enough. You see that he's not fighting Tinubu. He was in Lagos also, I think, last week to talk to the governor. And he keep on calling Tinubu my leader. No any other candidate out there is calling Tinubu his leader. So you could see a way like to feel, okay, I'm not fighting you, big boss. I just want you to support me.
And did you see also that wherever when he travels, he meets these governors and they tell him that we don't support you, but we wish you all the best.
That's how you start negotiating. Just like if you want to woo, sorry to say this, woo a lady. No, the first no doesn't mean that you are being rejected, but you are laying a ground to have further conversations behind the scene. Do you get it? So
this
that
guy
is
will
just
marry more than one wife. Oh. Honestly, I love your perception. Seriously.
I don't have, like, if you want to go there, I don't have problem with people that marry more than one wife. That's their own personal problem.
Yeah.
But for me, I've been with one woman for more than 11 years.
Just so on a lighter mode, it's not personal.
Yeah, if you want to, no, nothing personal, but sometimes as we're discussing some of these serious issues, we have a reason to actually joke about it. But let me put another teaser there. One candidate that we've not seen, the APC chairman made a statement yesterday. In politics, we should not take something like that lightly. He said APC has not shown the presidency or whatever to the South.
Yes.
Now, that means you could have a surprise tomorrow that a Northern candidate can join the race. And we've not seen anybody from the North that declared so far from APC. And what is happening in the South right now, especially Southwest, you have about 4 candidates now, very strong candidates from the Southwest, which is not good in politics for them because they will divide the votes from the Southwest. You have Fayemi there, you have Amosun there, you have Osinbajo there. Then at the same time, you have Tinubu. So it means that nobody from the Southwest right now among these candidates from APC will have maybe up to 40% of the votes from there. So that means they've divided that place. If a strong northern candidate can come, it will easily defeat them.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that today, what we have see today is what will happen by the time they get to the convention. Because what may happen is that these candidates might come together and say, we are putting up one person. And that would be a strong statement, at that point. So I don't think this is the final.
It's a Southwest or Southern problem. They gave you a chance and you cannot actually coordinate yourself very well. You are behaving like the same way they will put something down for animals that they'll just rush into it and be fighting it. And one careful one will just come later on and just take the trophy and walk away. So it's their own problem. And again, if I may reply to this, a brother, based on the message under this streaming about secession or not, I'm a Yoruba man, I'm a pro-Nigerian, I'm a pro-African. That's my own choice. If a part of the country wants to secede, so be it. But my own perception of Nigerian politics is this. Every local government, let's go down there, every local government, every council will have bad leaders. Ably represented, like you have all these bad people well represented in every local government. If you go to your council, why is your council chairman not doing his job? Is he an Hausa man? If you are from the Southwest or you are from the Southeast, let's be sincere and be frank with ourselves. Your senator, is he a northern man? Is he doing his job? He's collecting his money and he's having fun in Abuja. Why is he not living in your senatorial districts? Your governor, why is he not doing anything?
All right. Bolaji, thank you so much. We're out of time, so let me rush through everybody and get there. What's keeping them up at night? You can use the opportunity to say whatever you want to say, but let's make it less than 30 seconds or 1 minute. Let me start with. Who wants to say something?
Yes, can I say something? I want to answer this guy.
Okay. Just brief, okay? 30 seconds.
Please. What I want to bring to his view, because it's like you see from where you are. What I want to bring to his view as a politician who wish everybody well is that we are working in a system that is not workable. And the earlier you know that, the better for me and you.
Okay. All right. I think we addressed that before, but let's stop so that we can go around. We are running out of time. We are
Doc.
Arizona.
Okay. Doc, I really like what Bolaji said. Doc, if you look at American politics, though I know people hate it sometimes when you compare America to Nigeria. When you see the last two elections that they did in America, Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Trump, both of them are from New York. Out of the 50 states, both of them are from New York. You understand? So these things don't really matter much. Our problem is that we don't practice real politics. You understand? In the Southeast today, they have 5 states in Southeast. The 5 governors there, they're all Igbo men. In my place, I'm from Delta State. You understand? I come from the majority group in Delta State. We've ruled that state and everything. Did Ibori develop Delta? No, Ibori did not develop Delta. Take our money to London and Dubai. So these things, so let's just leave these politics. These guys, when they're up there, they don't know us. They talk to themselves and everything. Our problem is not the North, neither our problem is the South. We just have professional politicians, which is like game. Then you and I will come to this forum, we'll forecast it like game. Oh, this is my guy. I have this information that you don't have and everything. My niece, she won National Mathematics Award 2005. You understand? Gained scholarship to go to University of Texas. This girl graduated, went to Cornell for her master's. She's doing very, very well for herself and everything. But the scholarship money that she got, you understand, and everything, not 1 cent came from the government, from what they say. You understand? But lucky her, she ended up making it and everything. So we don't think about the way we do it, the way we try to think about these things right here and in Nigeria. No, they don't see it like that and everything. So it's time we continue to keep pushing like this and everything. My candidate is Omoyele. Shore. Any other people, when people talk about Peter Obi, where people have their opinion, Peter Obi is just a motivational speaker. You understand? The way Peter Obi preached about these things, the things that he has achieved and everything. Before Peter Obi become governor, let him bring his manifesto. He has made money. You understand? He owned a bank, Fidelity Bank. He's one former chairman of Fidelity Bank. Let him show us proof of taxes that he has been paying. Because if I make $100,000 2020, I'll have tax return in America. If he do legitimate business, let him start bringing all this proof of his taxes and everything. How did he make his money even in England? It's like the Trump thing. I make this money, I make this money. And you know, Nigeria respect you more when they say you are so rich. Nigeria respect you. But sometimes I stand to be corrected. These guys are not as rich as they make themselves. Not until they go to politics and make the money in politics. You understand? Let him come out and show all these things. Bring these things out. These things are not private. It cannot be confidential. It's not your pay slip. You understand? When you pay tax to government, don't make it confidential. It's not your pay stuff. You know, so the way they are doing and they just market themselves. But guess what? To some extent, it's working for P2B because the people are gullible. The people don't ask questions the way our religion and our tradition, our culture train us. You are not to ask questions. You understand? Somebody talk about the youth. You understand? Oh, the youth are not serious. The youth are not doing this. No, they train us to silence and wait for your turn. You understand? I have a better chance if I want to work with politicians. I can sell myself so well and everything. But when I go there, will I really achieve some of these things? The answer is no. So our problem is not South, North, and everything. We are not really doing real politics. You understand? People are just taking advantage of the vulnerable. That is all I can say.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me go to Vince. We are really out of time. So please, if you can make it in 1 minute, no more.
Okay. Thank you so much. I would like to. I just want to focus on the system, the foundation that Nigeria is being, operating on. It cannot sustain any democratic, governance. It can't give you Nigerians the most, desired development, human resource development, infrastructural development that you need, because that constitution that was given to you was not made by you people. It was not made by, it was a decree that the army just put together and handed over to you people. That is what is keeping you where you are. If you look at the First Republic, you will see in fact, the kind of development they produced to their various regions. And this is exactly what I am canvassing for. Even if you put Sowore there, or P2B there, or you bring St. Andrews to manage Nigeria with that foundation that is there, you will continue to go in circles. The reason why today, if you come to Ghana, we are now deliberating after 30 years of operating the present constitution that we have now. 30 years after, we are now trying to review, the constitution. How many times have Nigeria, reviewed their constitution, if not this cosmetic adjustment that you are doing on something that the Nigerians did not, make for themselves? That is your problem. And the earlier you do that, in fact, I'm half Biafran and half Ghanaian, and I had the opportunity to serve in that army, in that Nigerian army. In fact, I had every opportunity, everything that I had as a military officer then. Why I did not have it now? Why would you be proud of people coming from the Sahel to kill your own people, to kill your sisters, to kill your mothers, to kill your fathers, uncles, and aunties? And we sit here, we talk about that is the foundation. If you don't get it well, we will continue to go in circles. If we don't get it well, if you don't get it well, other African countries will emerge ahead of Nigeria. Mark what I'm going to tell you, Dr. Damages, because it has taken too much a time for Nigeria to take responsible, for Nigeria to come out to lead Africa. And the more you waste time, God will take that gold that he has given to you and give it to other people. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Vin. I really appreciate your input. Let's go to Kayode. Kayode, round up, 1 minute.
Well, thank you, Dr. Damages, and I also thank all the participants on this platform today. Well, my own takeaway and my own conclusion is that the fact that Nigeria is what it is today does not mean that there cannot be remedy. It may not happen now, but it doesn't mean that there is no hope. And like I said at the beginning, it all depends on our individuals, on we, the individuals. And for the purpose of this platform, I want to, implore the participants to please be mindful of what we say so that this platform will also not be discredited. Because the purpose of coming here, more or less, is to look at the problems confronting the country at the moment and also profile solution. Are you getting my point? So if we just come here because of our cultural or tribal mindset and come and be flex muscles here, it is not going to give this platform a public acceptance or public credibility or whatever. Because we are here today, we have Igbos, we have Yorubas, we have the Hausas among us. And we are all where we are today, still carrying the passport of that green, the green passport. So as long as you still carry that passport,
my own has expired.
You can renew it. Go to Atlanta, sir.
All right. Thank you, thank you so much.
But honestly, that is my own point.
You have a good point.
Respect ourselves. Let's respect our personality, and let us try and give credibility to this particular program for the sake of this our mentor or our facilitator.
Thank you so
and
much.
God bless.
I appreciate, Kayode, I appreciate your input. Thank you so much. Janaba, what's keeping you up at night?
Well, I've said, I want to continue to say that nothing keep me up at night concerning Nigeria. What keep me up is how I will take care of myself and my family, and also have Nigeria. We say it religiously. Let us keep praying for Nigeria. So that's what I can say. Let's keep praying. But
so
in terms of,
go ahead.
No. Actually,
I was thinking that you are still trying to figure out how to take care of your family. I thought you figured that out a long time ago.
Figuring out. I say I would think about what keep me up in my family here. But when it comes to Nigeria, we'll say it religiously, let's keep praying, and we'll see there is hope. Somebody say here, the guy that just spoke now said there is hope. Nobody will dash out hope. The Bible says Abraham hope against hope, and then Sarah brought forth Mary after 100 and something years. So we will keep doing that. But the only thing I'm going to say in conclusion, just like the other guy said, is that Nigeria, we are one Nigeria, and we should be proud to be a Nigerian. Even though we don't like the situation going there, that's why this platform exists, for us to influence it in a very positive way and open the minds of the gullible Nigeria, whether as a religious that have hold them captive or the politician that is holding them hostage. We should speak to it. And I believe I was talking to my wife. Say we can see this because we are in the Western world. If you are in Nigeria, you may not see it better. And I can, many of us here can testify that most of the things our eyes have opened, even when we're in Nigeria, our eyes were not open to see it. So let us pray that one day, as we use this platform and every other platform, their eyes will open to reality to reject the hostility and the brutality that the politician, religious leader, and traditional leader have brought upon them.
All right, thank you so much. Mohammed Yakubu, 1 minute.
Well, I want to say thank you for finding out time to bring us together on this platform. We'll continue to make ourselves available each time you call on us, if the time permits. The security situation in Nigeria is actually a challenge, but I will say one thing for sure. Yes, things are very, very bad back home. For someone like me who is traveling and coming back all the time, and I'm based here, I will say we are progressing. Why did I say that? You can see the information in our hands has actually improved. Things that happened in 2021, 2022, that the old media is agog with it, If it had happened in 1999, nobody would talk about it. So people awareness is increasing by the day. That's my observation, and I can tell you that will reflect in the 2023 election. For someone like me who is a staunch supporter of Sowore, if Sowore got 30,000 votes in 2019, I can assure you this time he might get more than 100,000 votes. He will not win the election, that's for sure. I'm going to vote for him. He's not going to win, but I can assure you his vote is going to triple. So awareness is coming. If you look at how we are mocking Tinubu back home now, or the Atikus of this world, I can assure you if care is not taken, an Atiku and a Tinubu will not get their respective party ticket. So the awareness is increasing. And I can assure you in the next few years down the road, things will change for better. I have hope for this country. I have not lose hope. That's why I keep investing in this country. And that's why somebody like me have not relocated out of this country, even when I have the means and the opportunity.
What are you trying to say? Abdullah Mohammed, be careful.
No, wait. He said a lot.
You call me Andrew. You call me Andrew. Yeah.
Be careful, Mohammed.
Mohammed said a lot of interesting things. You know, at the beginning, remember he said that all of you are weak men because you married only one wife. That's an awareness. That's another awareness that is coming up. You know? So, Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Honorable Chris. To be a monogamist.
Honorable Chris.
The only one I have. Have I finished with her?
Mohammed in private, we coach you on what to do. Honorable Chris, I know you are just joining us. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll give you 1 minute. Tell us where you're joining us from, and then we'll round up.
Let me say a very, very big thank you for this program because it will educate us more. I came very, very late, and I was expecting to say much, but I will say few because the politics of Nigeria today, if you ask me, I think there's no politics there in Nigeria as a whole. What they practice today is all about criminality. Whether Peter Obi or Abubakar or Swole comes in, the problem in the country, it will continue. Except they say we are going to recycle and checkmate the past. What can we do to make the country more a better place? Because if the youth, we are clamoring for the youth, and I bet you, if the youth take coming, the problem we have now, it will continue or it will get worse.
So what's the solution?
What I will say, I am not from Igbo anyway, I'm from the South. If you check the economy of Nigeria today, I believe the Igbos, they contribute a lot to the country economy. And the solution here is this. Anybody that's going to take up the matter as a Nigeria president, firstly, he have to go to the East and make a peace with them. Not what is happening now, but what has happened in the past, in the genocide, in the decade years. Then we have to start for there to trace the root of Nigeria. With this, I think the Nigeria will be a better place.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Honorable Chris. Next time, come early so that we'll hear more of your viewpoints, okay?
All right.
All right. Basil, welcome. 1 minute, please. Round up for us your opinion.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. My people, I'm so pleased. Your ideas are good. But as Speaker said, there is no angel or Jesus Christ or even Muhammad that is alive with us now. What I have said before, and I want to press further, is we cannot bring anybody to take a leadership role in a system that does not work, and nobody has considered the workability of the system. You said you want a Jesus Christ among us to be a leader, be it a president or whatever you call him. It's not going to work.
It will never work, brother.
And because of that, I don't know where any one of us is looking from. I don't even want my own brother to be the leader of Nigeria, as it is considered. So because that person will be a failure. In America, America today is working because they have a system. Whatever you do, you are accountable to it. No matter the nook or the corner you are placed in America, whatever you do, you will be accountable to it. But we have a system that does not work that way. Until that system is made available to us, we are just wasting time. Our own generation, maybe in the next 50 years, we are all gone. And that will continue because we have refused to call a spade a spade.
All right. All right, Basil, thank you so much. You said 50 years. I was hoping that I have another 70, you know, but anyway, thank you so much. Ralph, 1 minute.
All right. Thank you, Doc, again. And everyone watching, if you're watching and you haven't liked this video and shared, please do so, because you can't be saying you're supporting our doctor and you're not liking the videos. So
thank you. Thank you so much, Ralph.
So to wrap it up, one thing Mohammed said that I agree with was, you know, one reason why I don't say revolution is, you know, you can't get change does not happen in 1 day, does not happen in 2 years, does not happen in 3 years. You know, it happens in increments. And another thing that my big brother who just spoke before me said that I agree with wholeheartedly is a system. We don't have a system, and it's one reason why I don't believe in saying Nigeria is the giant of Africa, because there are many African countries that have constitutions that work for them. They have a living constitution, they have a real constitution, they have laws that were made for their countries. But Nigerians, we are so stubborn because we believe we are the only people that exist in Africa. So we don't learn about any other countries. We don't know how their system works. South Africa had their president in court on the stand. A lawyer was drilling him. Cyril Ramaphosa was being drilled 3 weeks ago over a corruption trial by Zuma. Zuma is in prison. He's facing issues. You can't have that in Nigeria because we will set the country on fire for nonsense. You know why? Because you're a giant of Africa. So I can't be waking up. I can't stay up at night thinking about that. I sleep well because we are not ready. We can't have a revolution because we are not there. When we are ready, we will have that constitution. We'll go back and learn. We don't know our history. That's another thing. Go watch that documentary on Netflix, The Journey of an African Colony. Then you see how Nigeria was created. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Do we even know the meaning of Nigeria? Many of us, we don't say the N word, right? But there is a version of Nigeria that literally means the N word. So start with the little things. I always say that. Nigeria, start with the little things. We don't need the big things. We don't need the big, glorious things. Because if you start with the little things, yeah, you start with the little steps and you get to the big goals. So start there. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much. Bolaji, have you rounded up or you still have something to say? I think we started with you, no?
Yeah, we started with me. I would just appreciate everybody and appreciate the platform. And we shouldn't say Sowore cannot win. We just need to adopt a very good strategy. It's not a small boy. I think it's about 50 years or close to 50 years now. So it's not actually a young guy, if we're thinking about a young guy to rule in the first place. But he has sacrificed quite a lot for the country. It's just that the message needs to be put out there in a proper way. I agree that being an activist doesn't make you a good leader. So he needs to demonstrate that he's actually capable to rule the country as well. So because he was an activist, we see that he fought the military, which most like people that were born 90 upward might not know anything about him. We need to find a better way to put the message out there. And he also needs to demonstrate that he understands the complexity of Nigeria, put a good manifesto out there, communicate in a very clear and reasonable term that people will feel like, oh, this person is talking and it's making sense. So I think that's what we need to do better. But
all right, thank
I
you.
wish
so
us
much.
all best of luck. I want to see a very good Nigerian tomorrow that I'll be proud of.
Thank you so much, Bolaji. Ekene, Okija, one last 30 seconds, please. We're out. You have to unmute yourself, Ekene. We can't hear you. You are still not clear, Kenny. We can't hear you. All right.
Okay. I think we have to sensitize and try to help people at home make a good decision. They should not be influenced by by politics or by tribes or ethnic nationality. They have to think twice about the decision they are making. Their speculation that Jonathan might declare. Jonathan was there for like 5 or 6 years, whatever. The drunk guy, he wants to go back. I don't know what he wants to do again, what he didn't do before. So people, they should open their eyes and make the best decision. Hopefully, things will work, but I'm kind of pessimistic.
All right. Thank you so much. I really want to thank everybody who joined us. I'm sorry. I want to thank everybody who joined us, including all the people online, because they actually contribute a lot in this conversation. I look at their comments and sometimes I frame my questions based on the comments that they are putting out there. I want to thank Kene, Paul, Vin, Bolaji. We have so many regular people now. John Abba, Kayode, of course, Raf, and so many who are not here at this moment, but who participated. I really appreciate your time. I don't take it for granted that when you see the prompt that you join. I learn a lot from everybody, and we have to keep the conversation going. And hopefully, even if it's one person every week that we reached, and when we share this opinion, they say something, they learn something, or it improves their understanding. Vince, you wanted to say something. Okay, go ahead, Vin. Hold on, Vin. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just waving. I was just trying to say
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye-bye. All right. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you next week. We'll be back on Wednesday for those who have the time. Wednesday, we talk about issues that are of interest to us who are abroad, anywhere in the world you are outside Africa. But you can join if you are in Africa also. But we talk about issues that are of interest to us. On Saturday, we talk about politics in Nigeria and in Africa. There is an election also in Kenya. So one of these days, we are going to talk about Kenya. And next week, we are going to talk about Ghana. There are so many issues going on in Ghana too. We are bringing people from Ghana to join us. Anyway, thank you and all the best, okay? Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much.
Can log out.
Let me just end it.
Description of a failed state. When a country, when a government, when a system is no longer in control of its territory. Is Nigeria in control of its territory? No. When a system is no longer in control of its economy, is Nigeria in control of its economy? No. And the reason is simple. When Abibanjo was talking about Nigeria when it was good, he was talking about the West kept cocoa money, the East kept palm oil money, the North kept granite oil. That is, we are talking about when Nigeria was producing. Today, what Nigeria is doing is sharing. All I want to do is stop the sharing and start production.